Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel, Time for a Spot of Royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of playing card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. All right, so we have news, and I think it's that Meghan and Harry are moving to New York City. Well, Meghan is moving to New York City, and she's dragging Harry along, and she's convinced him, which is pretty much how things go. So the word on the street, and this is not being carried by most of the mainstream outlets. It's just, I saw it in New Idea, and that's it. I don't see it in the other, like the other ones. I'm not seeing it. So it's, I think, a little more speculative. We have to look into it. But what is Harry going to do? Okay, Meghan is going to run for political office. That sets her up to run for political office. And, she's a super, Ocasio-Cortez Democrat. And literally, I think she's going to be a copy of Ocasio-Cortez. Okay, because she doesn't have her own ideas. So let's just do the first question. Will Meghan and Harry actually move to New York City? They can simply buy a nice apartment there and establish residence, which, boy, that's zero risk. You're just buying an apartment. Not zero risk. Nothing is zero risk, but that's low risk. Will they move to New York City? Money in the middle. Woman. It's all about Meghan. It's not about Harry. It's about Meghan. Ooh, what's that King of Spades? 2 diamonds. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I think the cards want to speak to us today. All right, so woman on the bottom. The foundation is the woman. Where's the male energy? Here's the male energy. Here's jacks are neither male nor female. And the Jack of Diamonds is like the new guy, the new girl, making a play. Never saw this person before, but they're slick and they're wearing a nice suit. And they're here to make the money. Boy, I really see this looks like a really good explanation of what's really going on. So 8 diamonds, money, everything, cornucopia, butterfly. The butterfly transforms from the ugly caterpillar to the beautiful butterfly. Transformation of everything for the woman. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's interesting. 25. She's feeling stuck in California. She's feeling like it's not working out. And that's what people are saying. With regard to being an A-lister, okay, you have to work your way up, just like you work your way up in anything. Nobody starts at the top. So if you're an A-lister in California, you move to some place like Santa Barbara, okay, when you're an A-lister. That's where Oprah lives. That's where other highfalutin people live. They're A-listers, okay, and they're always getting calls. There's way too much for them to do. Their agent is running interference for them. Okay, if you're new to Hollywood and you're just getting your feet wet and people are excited about meeting you, you move to a tiny little apartment in Beverly Hills. I don't know if you've been to LA. Beverly Hills is right there, right in the middle. Or you move to like Huntington Beach, someplace 5 minutes from LA. Okay, and then you show up every night of the week. You're out and you're showing up. You're basically stalking people. And you show up at this restaurant where this person you want to accidentally run into eats, and you're there at the bar, you're at the restaurant, and you're just constantly running into people, and everything is 5 minutes away because you live close in. And then when you become an A-lister, like Oprah, who is very, very, very established, then you move to Montecito. That's not what Meghan did. Meghan assumed. And what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. So she assumed that she was the ultimate A-lister, that just right off the bat, she's an A-lister. No, no, no. Nothing works that way. That's not how it works. If she stayed in the royal family, she was somebody. But once she left the royal family, she's not. So this again, Meghan, nobody is able to transform everything about herself like Meghan. And this says Meghan is going to make another 180 degree or 360 degree or 720 degree transformation into someone completely new. I think we're about to see political Meghan. This is her future. She's plotting out her future because the Hollywood thing, 5 Spades, is not panning out. Executioner. Okay, and what's going to happen with Netflix? What's going to happen with Spotify? They didn't do anything. Oh, for goodness sake. You have to put in some work, make some Spotify tracks. I mean, Joe Rogan's making them like, I don't know, 5 a week, every day, every other day. I mean, he puts out a lot of content. That's work. You have to put in the work. They're not putting in the work. And they hired more expensive people to do it, and they're still not putting in the work. Executioner cuts the head off and has a very long-term plan. On her mind, she's ready to cut bait and run. She's ready to run from LA and cut off. Just like she did with the royal family, just like she did from her entire family, just like she did with her husband, Trevor Engelson. Wow, Trevor, I'm just going to send you the ring back in the mail. She just cuts it off and it's over. And just like Jessica Mulroney, we're besties. Me and Jessica, we're besties. Oh, besties forever. I'm paying you to, choose clothes for me in my wedding. And then that's it. Cuts them off. That's what she's looking at. This is very significant. I actually think this is happening. Diamond ring and no, full stop to what they've been involved in and separating from it, player and a decision to make a new play. She's setting up new plays for herself. 24, 25, 7 hearts for her future. Meghan is really looking at Meghan. Meghan is looking at this. The foundation of this spread is Meghan. Meghan is looking at completely reshaping herself into someone new and moving to New York and just being a new person. And that new person, I think, will be a liberal Democrat in the vein, liberal Democrat politician in the vein of Ocasio-Cortez. Is Meghan already talking to liberal Democrat politicians? Okay, we saw a lot of politicians rally for Meghan for different things. We saw a whole bunch of PMs in England, throw their hat in the ring for Meghan. It was awful. And then we also saw Hillary Clinton say kind things about Meghan. We saw Justin Trudeau saying kind things about Meghan and Harry, and how Canada was going to pay for their security costs, and the Canadian people were like, no, we're not. And then they left Canada. So she definitely was cultivating political contacts. Is Meghan, has she been talking with key Democrats in New York and even higher, and setting things up for political stuff? Okay, because you start campaigning 2 years before the election. And, a lot of people say, well, they never stop campaigning now. And that's kind of true. They never stop campaigning. So let's look at the leading Democrats, important Democrats, and Meghan. Because nobody's better at networking than Meghan Markle. Honestly, I think that's her superpower. Leading Democrats, and I think she comes off very well. When you meet her, boy, oh boy, she is really, she hits all the right notes every time. And she's very touchy and emotional, and I think she hits all the right notes. And what I mean by that, I think she's very charismatic in person, okay? I think she really charmed Piers Morgan, and then she dumped him. And I think she does this to a lot of people. Okay, so in person, when Meghan met Piers at the bar, she hit all the right notes. She was love bombing him. She was touching his arm and laughing and all of that stuff. And her hair was brushing him. You know, she did all of it. She knows all the tricks. I think she's very, very charismatic, very polished, really knows how to work people in person. But she, you know, because she's such a public figure now, the jig is up. People are seeing what's behind the curtain with Meghan. And, you know, being charming in a social environment for, you know, a few minutes, for an hour, is very different than being a solid person that you can trust. And that's what people are seeing. And that's what's not working for Meghan, because she rose so high that people are really seeing what's behind the curtain. What is, you know, all the machinery of the Wizard of Oz there. Okay, so is she talking to key Democrats? Okay, Scourge all the time. Player, she's trying to break into this world and reacting to things. 8 and 11, 19, 5 clubs. Yeah, she is feeling it out. She is definitely a lot talking to leading Democrats, people who can help her. She's a master networker. And I think that's how she got Harry. She's a master networker. She lacks other skills. She lacks other she has foundational issues, maybe character issues. Maybe she's a narcissist. Maybe she's even worse than that. Maybe there's some psychopathology there and Machiavellianism, which I think maybe there is. But she's a master networker. What's over here on Meghan's side? Oh yeah, this is a big deal. And she is definitely talking to people, and she's cultivating these relationships. Home, 10, 19, 5 clubs. Wow, yeah. So like the first spread, look at how different Meghan's side is to the leading Democrats. This is really a super big deal to Meghan. This is her next step in life. She's about to transform herself again. She's not telling you yet. She's not telling anybody. She's just going to go ahead and make the transformation like she did to Duchess, and like she transformed out of Duchess and I Hate the Royal Family. That's the new transformation. And I'm an A-lister. That's another transformation. But with the liberal Democrats, the people who can help her, she's just the new kid. They're like, okay, let's see what you got. And, you know, you're going to have to work for it. So they're kind of skeptical. This is a really big deal for her. Okay, and ultimately, it does help to have the right people behind her. It really, really, really helps. Okay, because, and I don't know if you know how much of the machinery of Ocasio-Cortez, they did something like gerrymandering, and this is illegal, you draw the lines of the district that is going to vote for this politician very specifically. Like everyone in that district is a social democrat and a minority. And this, you know, Ocasio-Cortez is Latina and Latino, like 90% Latino. And they just do it like they really did that for Ocasio-Cortez. So that's the backroom manipulations that are actually illegal, but they still do it. That can be done by these people. They're skeptical. For Meghan, this is a really big deal. Cup overflowing and incubus succubus adds 4 spades. Wow. What in the heck is that? Very emotional and completely selfish and hiding her true motivations. Wow. So underlying, this says there's just no foundation. It's emotionalism, it's selfishness, and she's hiding her true motivations. It's about being famous. Meghan is the great Meghan Markle, and she has to be the great Meghan Markle, and that's what this is about. And there's no concern for people. There's no legitimate, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to see change in the world. It's just pure selfishness and emotionalism, and I'm the great Meghan Markle, and worship me. 2 spades, broken chalice, roses, and 4-leaf clover. This opportunity is a very sweet opportunity. And 2 spades. 6, 9, 3 hearts, roses, roses. I'm not sure what the 2 spades here is. I think this 2 spades is, there's just kind of, this is underlying. So there's a real disconnect between, being a leader of the country in the House of Representatives and the Congress, and being passionate about that, and really actually being a leader and putting on the clothes. That's what I think the 2 spades is. So this is a really important transition for Meghan. She is all about it. I think she's ready to make the leap and completely transform herself again. It will be interesting to watch. I'm already entertained. So let's find out. Will Meghan Markle run for a major, congressional seat or Senate seat in New York City? Because she's setting herself up for it. Will this actually happen? Will this actually happen? Because Meghan looks like she's all about it. And again, what is Harry doing? What is Harry going to do? Well, I guess Harry's going to run the Spotify, which they've not even made another Spotify. I mean, how hard is it to sit in front of a microphone and talk with guests who are scheduled by these very highly paid people who scheduled these guests and arranged everything? Okay, and even scripted your talk for you, and even went over the talking points with the guest. How hard is that to do? So I guess Harry will run the Spotify and the Netflix, which is more than enough to keep him busy. I'm not doing Spotify or Netflix, and I'm too busy. So will Meghan run for? But that's yesterday's news. Meghan is the star. Will Meghan run for a major congressional or Senate seat in New York City? I think we're going to see a yes, but let's see. Devil, wow. Oh my, this is already very interesting. Snake. Ooh. Sun, announcing it to the whole world. Decision to announce it to the whole world. 6 and 11, 17, 5 hearts. Maybe. Fence sitter. Yeah, maybe. It's not decided. This is not decided. Devil will do anything. Lie, cheat, steal, murder, walk over dead bodies, stab people in the back. Let's ask about this devil. Is this people's perception of Meghan as a devil and somebody they don't want to elect, or is this just Meghan is showing as a devil? Because we get the devil a lot with Meghan, but is this perception of Meghan, or we don't want you, Meghan. Okay, devil, we don't want you, Meghan. Or devil, she'll do anything. She'll do anything. Okay, where's Harvey Weinstein when you need him? Okay, she'll do anything. Okay, so is this Meghan herself, or is this people's perception of Meghan, this devil? 3 blackbirds, 4-leaf clover, incubus, succubus. Is this Meghan, or is this people's perception of Meghan? Because that changes what I'm reading here. So we have another great selfishness card. Opportunity, talking about this opportunity, working this opportunity, but it's all selfishness. There's no foundation. The foundation is Meghan wants to be great. 10, 13, 4 hearts. 4 hearts, 4 clubs, just an opportunity, pure selfishness. So this is Meghan. The devil here is Meghan. We'll just call this the ADD reading. I'm having so much trouble focusing. Okay, so this is Meghan. Meghan will do anything to make this happen. Anything. Anything. Veil, secrets. That's not looking good. Hand in hand, and strength. Elected by the people. Snake and karmic shift and secrets. It's a difficult transformation, and there's a lot of secrets. Okay, so politicians, the opposing side is always seeking to destroy your reputation and exposing nasty secrets about you. Meghan, I think, is somebody who has so many secrets. I think she has another daughter in New Mexico who is now like 23 years old and was raised by the grandmother. She has another marriage. She married a lawyer first and then it was annulled. And he's done well for himself. Everybody that Meghan dumps does well for themselves. Then she's got Trevor Engelson, who's done very well for himself and is very happy and wants absolutely nothing to do with Meghan. And so many more secrets. She's throwing tea at people. She's screaming at people. She's walking around like, crazy. So underneath, I think the issue is if there's a lot of things that can come out about Meghan, because we have a devil here and we have secrets here. There's so many things that can come out about Meghan to really discredit her as a person. Let's add this up. 23, 36, 9 spades. The secrets, the dirt could end her political aspirations. That's what I see. The dirt that Meghan is hiding, the secrets could end Meghan's political aspirations. Okay, and finally, obviously, they would move from LA because, gosh, it's just not working here. The A-listers have not embraced, and you could say rejected, but you could also just say not embraced. They're not going to say anything. They say, "I love you, Meghan. Love you, baby. I'm going to invite you to my next party. We need to get together and have some lunch." But they never have lunch, and you're not invited to the party. You hear about it later. Okay, and the most obvious example of this is the Obama birthday party that just happened with concurrent with Meghan's birthday, pretty much. And Meghan was not invited. And wow, that really hurt her. And now, suddenly, we're hearing that she's making this big transition to move to New York City. So let's look at A-list Hollywood and Meghan Markle. Are they rejecting Meghan? Does she feel rejected by them? Just left out, not an A-lister. A-list Hollywood. And Meghan. Ooh. Oh, look at that. A-list Hollywood. Magi. Okay, that's a great film card. It's magic. The magic of cinema. Finger of God, outside events, and rulers. There are people behind the scenes running everything. Very, very powerful people. 26 plus 7. 33. 9 hearts. Okay, so they're really neat. Things take time. The finger of God here is projects. We want to see you succeed in projects, Meghan. You're not an A-lister because of who you are. You're an A-lister in Hollywood because you make blockbuster films. People want to see your face and hear your voice, and they love your presence. That's what A-list is. That's what the A-listers are waiting for. They haven't rejected Meghan. They haven't rejected Meghan. She has to prove herself. And Harry has to prove himself, and they haven't proven themselves as a Hollywood commodity. Strength, strongly rooted in the relationships and talking to people. 19, so 26, 7 diamonds. 7 diamonds both places. So they need to prove themselves. Hollywood has not rejected Harry and Meghan. They have not. But they can't embrace them. Oh, you're the new Tom Cruise. No, you're not. Only Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, and he makes blockbuster after blockbuster. He does his own stunts. What the hell is up with that? The man is almost my age. Crazy. I mean, I love that he's kind of crazy, but dial it back a little bit and stop hurting yourself doing your own stunts, Tom Cruise. Otherwise, you're Otherwise, you're absolutely an amazing, very special person. You know, God bless you. So, earthquake and roses. Underneath, she just feels like it's a failure. You know, this sweet idea, 13, 4 hearts, all these relationships, she feels like it's a failure, but it's not. She's jumping the gun. She's jumping ship again, and you have to do the Spotifys, you have to do the Netflix, you have to hit a home run somewhere, and you haven't done it. Harry, is making lots of friendships and setting up a solid foundation in Hollywood. 8 and 13, 21. Harry is good at making real friends. Harry is making real friends. Meghan is not. And with regard to being A-listers, they need to produce. You need to come up with the stuff and actually get it done. Okay? And that's not what's happening. So, let's review. Will Meghan and Harry move to New York City? Meghan is very excited about it. She is all in, ready to make this transformation of her life. It's a really big deal. She's really working on this. Is Meghan already talking to important Democrats? Because that's who she's going to be. Yes, absolutely. They're very skeptical. She's Little Miss Excitement over there about how great it will be. Do I see her running for a congressional or a Senate seat? Her past and her secrets can kick her out of the running. And finally, A-list Hollywood has not gotten rid of Harry and Meghan. They've not rejected them. She's jumping the gun. It's just emotions. Very interesting. You got to put in the work, people. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. And I'll see you the next time.